Gervonta Davis, who is 30-0, will be fighting Lamont Roach Jr., who is 25-1-1 on December 14th. It has now been confirmed and announced that it will be taking place in Houston, Texas. The WBA have now seemingly confirmed this. The WBA have also announced they've granted special permission for Roach to challenge Davis for his WBA lightweight world title while also retaining his WBA super featherweight world title. Pretty darn big news right here. Why? Because you have one of the biggest fighters in the world will be fighting once again, making his return in December. Now, instant reaction to this is this. Is this the fight that I wanted to go see? Is this the dream fight? Absolutely not. Is this a secondary fight? No. Is it a top 5 fight I wanted to see? Absolutely not. Make no mistake about this, that this is the fight I wanted to go see. However, is this the best that we probably could have gotten, or at least one of those top guys after all the guys that wanted to dip on him and duck Tank Davis or hurt or for whatever reason they had a scheduled fight or whatever not? Sure. Therefore, typically I will be hard on this. Typically I will say, no, Tank Davis is ducking a lot of guys. And that has been his track record. I've been very critical about that. But in this situation, and this could have just been a situation that was a great PR stint, and he was basically just saying, no, he wasn't trying to go fight anybody else, and we're going to go fight Lamont Roach now. Maybe that is the case. I don't have the answer to that situation. I can't give you guys confirmation on that. What I do know is that Tank Davis tried to go make a fight with Lomachenko, and Lomachenko ducked him. That was clear as day from what it appears from the outside looking in. Shakur Stevenson, if that was even something that could have possibly been formed, he's hurt. You couldn't have made that fight regardless now. Devin Haney, I've got no idea what's going on with him. Ron Garcia, he's now had a position where he's suspended. He can't even fight till April, so no reason that we're going to have that rematch wait any longer. Pitbull Cruz just had a massive upset. Was not going to make any sense there. You look at a guy like Rayo, who just fought recently on August 1st, and he would have had to go down a weight class. I don't know if there's rehydration clause. It seemed like it was not, so that could have been interesting on Rayo's part. However, that one would not have made much sense either. So you're looking at this whole list of guys. Who would Tank Davis have officially wanted to fight, could have fought, that would have made sense if he wanted to fight in 2024 still? There weren't many other options on the table. Therefore, like I said, this could have been a great PR stint, but from what we have details on and what we see and know, I can't put the full blame on Tank Davis right now. At the end of the day, I'd rather have Tank Davis stay active than fight nobody. And that's the route he chose to go through. And I'm all for that. No issue at all with this fight at the end of the day if this is the best that truly could have been done, and I think it is. So what we're going to have is Tank Davis fighting Lamont Roach, who is a champion. He's going to have to come up 5 pounds to go fight at 135 against Tank Davis. Who's the favorite in this fight? Obviously Tank Davis. Tank Davis should win this fight by KO. But it is an interesting name for his resume. Lamont Roach will still be a champion. He is a champion at the point of that fight. Now, obviously, it's a little bit rare situation because he's moving up weight classes and that belt won't be in the line, so on and so forth. But what makes this interesting is that Tank Davis will be fighting again this year. I can't put the full blame on him, as I alluded to, because he has attempted to try making a big fight. That being said, as long as a massive upset does not occur in this fight, and Tank Davis goes and KOs Lamont Roach as expected on December 14th in Houston, then here's the expectation. 2025 has to be a big year. Because at the end of the day, what I do know is one thing. I do know that if we reflect back to earlier 2024 of this year, there were rumors and discussions that he could have been involved and got a relationship formed with Turkey's excellency out there in Saudi. And we know the controversy and what emerged there and the whole dispute between those two had. And at the end of the day, if Tank Davis really wants the big fights to be made, there is a guy in boxing right now that is pretty good at making big fights. We just had a massive fight last week, 2 weekends ago. We have a massive fight coming up in 2 weeks out in Saudi Arabia. If he really wants a big fight to go down, whether that be with Devin Haney or Shakur Stevenson or Lomachenko, I have a good feeling I know somebody who could probably put the money out there to make that fight happen. I get it's part of PBC. I get what's happening there. But if he really wants that big fight to emerge, Tank Davis has to take action and make 2025 that big year of fights. He's emerged 30-0. He should be 31-0 heading into 2025 after he destroys Lamont Roach, which I expect to have happen on December 14th. If that occurs, great. Let's go have a big year in 2025. There's no reason we don't have either a Shakur Stevenson, a Devin Haney, at the bare minimum, a Ryan Garcia rematch. Lomachenko, whatever the case may be, one of these big fights must happen in 2025. And if it does not, then yes, there will have to be legitimate discussions here because of him turning down Turkey earlier this year and burning that bridge potentially. However, I do know Turkey would probably be more than willing to kind of fine tune some stuff there and make that fight happen if it needs to still occur. So I said, yes, great. We get to see Tank Davis one more time this year. Awesome. 2025 needs to be the legacy year. It needs to be the year that he goes forth and actually shows the world why or if he is that guy. I think he is that guy, but when we look at his resume, we can't put him across in the list amongst the other top guys of this generation, of this top overall all-time boxing, so on and so forth, because the resume is not there. This is the time to do it. 2025, he's approaching 30 years old. Go get those big fights and add those resume names. Because if you leave 2025 and you have Shakur Stevenson on your resume, you have a complete domination of Ryan Garcia again. You go 2-0 on Ryan Garcia. You beat up on Devin Haney. You get Lomachenko. 2 of those options or more. We're talking about heading into 2026, and Tank has quite the legacy built for himself. He's putting himself in a position at that point in time where we're saying, okay, where is he ranked pound for pound? Is he number 1? Is he top 3? Is he top 5? Where is he on this generation ranking list? It goes on and on. He has a chance to do that. He has all the accolades, he has all the awards. Now's the time to go build up that resume, and I think he's more than willing to do that. So ultimately, though, yes, Gervonta Davis will be fighting Lamont Roach in Houston, December 14th. He fights one more time in 2024. Expectations he's going to go KO him. Would not be shocked to see that occur at all. But at least Tank Davis is fighting again. Excited for that fight. Should be a good one.